kind of feel bad. I've decided to go on a journey. Aldous Sandflys is leaving port. 100 million GP, 200 million GP, 300 million GP, and so on. Hey guys, it's Aldy here. Kind of feel a little bit bad. I'm wondering whether this entire thing is ethical. It's been going around my head. Obviously, we just finished TW. Now, TW is a sort of very PvP thing. I was really enjoying TW, and obviously people really would struggle to clear the teams that I place, and I would clear their teams very, very easily. And, you know, and a couple of times, you know, we were up against a team which had 5 Omicrons on it, and I just cleared it pretty easily. Now, that person's invested a huge amount of resources and a huge amount of Omicrons in that team. They're obviously very proud of that team, and yet that team just gets one-shotted. I'm wondering on the ethics, and I'm wondering on, you know, how that should affect me going forward. So I started to look again. I've looked again at a lot of the guilds at this 100 million GP level, and something surprised me. It surprised me that the 100 million GP guilds, a lot of them have pretty high level accounts in them at 5, 6, even 9, 10 million at times. Now, it seems that a lot of the high level accounts are people that maybe stopped playing, or people that took a break, or people who, you know, I don't know, maybe people that just never joined in a guild, had a great experience and just stayed in that guild. And I know a few of those people who have stayed in the same guild for ages and ages, haven't moved up, and really kind of enjoy and love that guild community way more than scratching for every desperate resource they could get. So I think a lot of these 100 million GP guilds actually have these slightly higher level accounts in them, and nothing stops it. You know, nothing in the matchmaking really compensates for it. There's nothing in the matchmaking that sort of says, oh right, you have X number of GLs or X number of meta fleets, therefore, you know, you get that sort of opponent. It just matches you up based on your joining GP. So is it ethical? It's part of the journey. It does make me feel sorry for some of the people or some of the guilds, or I would love a perspective from one of the guilds that we're facing when they see a team that's got, you know, a relic 7 GL on it, or, you know, or got an Omicron or a Datacron that's really hard to beat. I don't really know what they think. You know, I don't know whether they probably get a bit demotivated and probably in some way kind of diminishing their enjoyment of TW at the moment. So it makes me feel, as much as I enjoyed TW, I am worried. I'm worried that maybe I've detracted from some of the enjoyment of other people and some of the challenge maybe of other people. So yeah, that's why I feel bad today. I do think though that it is something that I would say CG need to address. You know, there needs to be, there's so many of these high level accounts that's giving up the game. And these can be passed off to friends, they could be potentially sold, they could be potentially given away. Maybe that player just stays on and plays once on a Saturday when they have time, or once in certain game modes. It is a shame, and it is something that's going to get probably a little bit worse in the game, I would say. You know, there's more and more people maybe at the top end that are giving up. These accounts aren't going away. These accounts are kind of staying in the game, a lot of them remaining active. And they're filtering down to these smaller accounts where, smaller guilds where, yeah, they probably get taken over by someone maybe in that guild, and then they can be used. So I do think that as much as I was very buoyant yesterday about the variability that I saw in TW and the variation of stuff, it is something that kind of, when I woke up today, I was a little bit, where are these accounts coming from? You know, should there be some sort of filter? Should you not be able to join a guild if your GP's at a certain level? Should it say, you know, should it lock you out? I don't know. It is certainly something which is an interesting wrinkle I never thought to be part of this journey. I never thought to kind of realize that guilds were becoming as diverse. You know, I expected when I joined 100 million guild that there'd be 50 players at 2 million. But it's not. You know, there's players at 7, 8, 9. And that's the same across all of these guilds. So again, something I'm quite interested as I move up to the 200 or 300 million. How diverse are they? Does the diversity start to shrink? I can guess it certainly becomes less impactful. But I do think what I'm kind of realizing is that there is a variation. There are high-level accounts in these guilds. And I guess that diversity of the GP, or the breadth of the GP, certainly is probably causing the game modes to be impossible for other people at times. So, is it ethical? Well, I'm on a journey. I'm only doing this for a short period of time. I do think it'd be something that if I was CG, they've got to look at, they've got to consider. Where do these high-level accounts go? I don't know how you stop it, though. Anyway, more positive tomorrow. We're going to enjoy more tomorrow. It was just a bit of a philosophical thing. You know what I mean. Philosophical thing I woke up with this morning, and just got me interested just in that ethics. But we will not have more PvP for quite a while. We'll move into a time when it's PvE, as we move through the raids and stuff like that, and TB, and we'll also be going back obviously to GAC on the main channel, back on Twitch. So we'll be back on normal stead. Anyway, until next time, look after yourselves, enjoy your swuggle, and have a great day. Catch you later.